What's up, guys? Let me find a song for us to play. Make sure this is playing. Welcome, guys. Today we're going to talk about light. Light is creation, and there are different forms of light. There is sound. There is vision, there is feeling, there is tasting, there is smelling, there is dreaming, and there is being. These are the first basic 7 forms of light, and it is called experience. When you live, you experience this light. Isn't that grand? Then there's dark. Dark is cold. Fear. Bliss. Nothing. Empty. Black. Stark. Falling. Destroy. Rage, sin, betrayal, evil. These 13 different forms, there are so many different forms of dark. In fact, dark is both good and bad. That's how many different forms of dark there are. Dark also comes from imagination. When you put these 20 pieces together, they make a whole, which also makes the basic numbering system 0 to 19 or 1 to 20. 20 numbers in total, 20 characters. Because specifically, if you go 1 to 19, there is no set of numbers after that has teen. Teen is only for the 10 set, which explains why it goes to 20, the next set. 1 to 20, 0 to 19. And 0 also counts as a character, just in case you need to do 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Empty hole, empty hole, empty hole, empty hole. Negative 1. Is there negative 1? It's imaginary. 13. I had a dream that I understood what it was like to be rich. So, let me explain it to you, just in case it makes sense. Once you master how to become rich, however you did it the first time, let's say everybody gets at least one chance to be rich. I'm not even gonna speak about countless other times. And in that time, all you needed to do was just remember the energy that replicated that event. The how and circumstance doesn't matter, but the energy does. So if I was just to fall forth with that energy every single time, no matter what, because I know that energy is going to bring that, and that's how I can maintain being rich. So now you need to think, what would Rich Me do at this point? So Rich Me couldn't worry about money because it just replaces so fast that he can't even afford to think like that anymore. It's always replenishing. So now he has to think about what level of money he's replenishing because he's imagining it, right? And he's living his manifestation. So all you had to do, if you wanted to set this movie, is pick what recurring revenue you would like to continue with over and over again. Okay, for me, let's put a number to it. Alright, $100 billion. We already know I was gonna guess that. Okay, so now I'm revolving with $100 billion. The life of a 100 billionaire, I would most likely probably be acquiring companies, since I would be at the level of 100 billionaire, which is about 18 digits, roughly. Now, in this set of numbers, all you have to do is just keep remembering what it's like to have this experience, what it was like, and what it is like, and now it is now, and your future is what it looks like it's going to be. You see, I have to break that up to you because you have to digest it in that flow. Dreams are amazing things. Now, there is a new book out there, guys, and it is called The Control of Change. Alright? This book is written by me, and it explains energy, awareness, and transformation. But I believe in series. So now that we started with control, the next will be emotions. And then after emotions, thought. After thoughts, dreams. And after dreams, you. But this was all about you from the very beginning. You brought you here. And I'm me explaining it to you, so I brought me here too. The world will experience you. The power grid of emotions. Congratulations. The world will experience you. Mastery. The game of reality. The power of the human mind. Mastering thought. Mastery. How to seduce and recreate. How to master your heart, your mind, and your soul. Polymerization. Polyglot's guide to polyamory. Stretch and relax. Fitness guide. How to master the body. Nutritionist handbook for all people. The power of imagination. Detailed and explained. The story quite literally wrote itself. Isn't that beautiful? Some parts may be ugly, but together it combines into a fantastic story. And now this is your story. Colorful, black, blank, mixed. Two things make one thing, and that one thing can be split into two things. Guys, by being able to share your imagination through either the ways how you do things or create things, you're going to make a lasting impact. The truth is that everyone has imagination. No matter how bored or how bad things get, we can even make humor in bad situations. And in situations where there are no humor, everything is a manifestation of the imagination, the source. All possibilities of good or bad, of every single turnout, of every single reality, being lived or experienced or empty. It's quite beautiful. That has to be the conclusion to every human mind, right? Depends on what mind it is. It could be ugly and it could be nothing. or it could mean something, and it could mean everything. With these possibilities, choice 7, it will always battle 13. Light, every form of imagination, every form of darkness. Every form of darkness is a form of imagination. Yet double 7 is 14, but you only needed 13 to win. So it had to make 20. Isn't it funny that 7 is in the middle of the digits? The 6 stars with the tree of life in the middle makes 7. Because the 3 and 3 on each side will always have one in the middle. It's crazy. It's so crazy how we can find a replicate of this in imagination. Perhaps with the power of creation and sharing that we all have that power. Sharing that we all have that knowledge. Maybe we can make something real after all. And in that starkness, in that black, in that forgotten truth, they remember the light, and the light showed them the way. Because the light had shown them the way, they were never afraid of the darkness. There would always be light, there would always be darkness. In that way, they could never be lost. So, in resolution, they used the heart's power to guide through the darkness and found the way to the other side. Even when the doubts and the negatives took some of the manifestations away, enough of the replications and experiences passed through. They were mostly positive. Every single book that we shall write will be from a different perspective and frame of mind. How different would that be if every novel was produced from a different thought, experience, perspective? I guess it makes sense because every single word in the books are different and they're not the same. But more so to mean that a book about mastering thought to seduction and imagination and characters and things that make the function of nonfiction. Isn't it dope that even more than I have the ability to create different ideas? Think about it. At any point, a human can change the subject, while animals locked into being in that experience only. They cannot think of different things, ever. They can experience new things that humans can show them, but they're always going to be themselves due to instincts. Humans have both instinct and intuition. And with intuition plus instinct creates imagination. And imagination cannot be destroyed because it is light. It is in our heads. They say that crystal doesn't exist. There will always be a light in the dark, and the dark and the light. Even if the story ends dark or light, there will always be shades of gray. You get it? I'm funny. Yeah. So guys, I guess we're going to expand the list of books even longer and longer. We shall call this page Welcome to the Library. And this will be the start of the playlist. Welcome to the light and the dark. I'll show you everything that you need.